Welcome back to my channel. I apologize for my voice, but I've been sick for the last week, but I am starting to feel a lot better. My voice just sounds really hoarse still. But today I wanted to play around with the large die of the month from Spellbinders, and I thought I could use this Dots of Summer stencil for maybe the background because I want to go with a pop theme here. I thought maybe these little circles would look cute in the background. So let's just jump right into the video. For all of this cardstock here, I'm using the Spellbinders cardstock that came with the All Crate Club this month, except for this metallic cardstock. This was from Recollections. Now, this was the pinkiest one that I have, but it doesn't really go with the dark pink that I'm using here. I'm going for sort of a watermelon theme for this card, so pinks and greens. So I also pulled out my picked raspberry, and I'm going to use this over this silver cardstock and see if maybe that will give me a little bit of a better pinky tone. If not, I'll be able to use this piece because it's close enough, I feel like. And it is a pop can, so it can be a little bit different. But I'm just going to go ahead and show you. So for this is the set that I'm using here. And I'm using the bird. So we've got his wings, his little head here, some more wings. All of these pieces here are for the bird. This is his little face here. I've also got this little piece here, and then it's got a couple of other pieces. And I just tried to do sort of every other piece in like a pink or a green, and then black because that was the only other color that I had added to this card. You could do this in a brown if you wanted it to look more realistic, like a toothpick or something, but I did mine in black. And then of course I have this watermelon, which kind of inspired the colors for this card. So we've got the watermelon piece here. I've done the lighter green and then a darker green here for this piece. And it does cut out the little seeds too, which you could use that for like a shaker card or something if you wanted. It also comes with a cute little rainbow, but I didn't use that for this card. We've got these little lime or orange wedges, but I'm doing lime for this one. So here. Then it also comes with this straw, and I like this straw because all of the little pieces are stuck together. So instead of putting each individual one down separately. So let's go ahead and start gluing this all together. And it's pretty simple except for maybe the bird. So I'll kind of speed up everything else and then maybe we'll put the bird together. So I tried going over this with the picked raspberry and it just ended up smudging the color around. It wasn't really drying it, so I tried to take my heat tool and dry it again and then go over with it, and it just started getting a little bit patchy. So I don't really think I like this. I was thinking I could put the lime maybe over here where I've got like this big patchy piece, but I think actually just using this darker piece is going to be okay. And then the can will still stand out, but it's a little bit more like a pinky red. So I'm just going to go with that. But maybe if I would have set this aside and let it dry for maybe a day or so, but I don't have time for that. So I'm just going to go with this one. I could have just used the regular cardstock as well, but I wanted the can to be a little bit shiny because of course pop cans are shiny. But I guess if you wanted to cut the top off, you could make this maybe just like a glass or something. So like that. So then we're going to put our little bird together. This has a few different layers to him. So we've got the main wings here, and then this piece goes on top. So his other like little tiny wings there are going to fit right on top here. And then this body part is going to fit on top of there first. So the body part that is cut off. Sometimes with these die cuts that have a bunch of different little pieces, it's kind of nice to see them being put together in real time, because there are so many different little pieces there. Well, I suppose I didn't have to glue the top half of him here because there's nothing really to glue it on, so I'm just going to wipe that off for now, just so it doesn't get stuck down here. And then his little body part is going to get glued here. Now he's also got this tail, and there's two pieces here, but I'm not sure. I don't think it really matters when we glue it on, but we'll just glue this on together now. And again, I'm just using the same two green cardstocks and pink cardstocks for this from Spellbinders. I just thought these went really nicely together. And there are little lines on everything, so it makes it super easy to line things up. I love that. And then we'll get his little body down, but he's also got his little beak. And there is a piece to cut off the black spot here. Now, I think there is a piece to do his tongue, but I'm not going to bother doing that. I think it's going to look fine just if he has like a little black area in there. There, like that. I think that looks all right. And then we'll glue him down here. Now my hands are still a little shaky from being sick, so I might not get him lined up perfectly, but that's okay. Actually, that's pretty good. I like how when you're using the liquid glue, you do have a few seconds to kind of scoot things around. Then we've also got the little blushies. I love how Spellbinders always includes little blushies for them. Just adds extra cuteness. That is adorable. And then he's got his little legs too. Let's not forget about that. I think that one's backwards. I guess they both go in the same direction. Wonder if I do this one backwards. It's going to look a little weird. So we'll get these glued down, and they just look like they go right on top here. So I'm just going to glue it right on there. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I feel like his tail's supposed to go a little bit more to the side, but that's okay because we can just bend his tail back a little bit, and then maybe we'll have him kind of sitting up here on this somehow. All right, so let's get our background done for this card, and then the assembling is going to go pretty quickly. So I've got the Dots of Summer stencil here, and this is a 5-layer stencil, but I'm not going to use all of these stencils. I've just picked 2 here, and they are numbered in the bottom. So I'm going to be using number 3 and number 2, and I just kind of laid the stencils over top of each other so that I'd get some bubbles in the background, but I don't necessarily want like this many bubbles in the background. And I'm just going to pick 2 of my lighter colors that I'm using here. So I've got Kitsch Flamingo and Twisted Citron, and I'm just going to do one with one layer and one with the other layer. So maybe let's start with the Kitsch Flamingo here. And I'm just going to get these down, and it doesn't have to be perfectly filled in. If some of them are going to be lighter than others, that's totally fine. So I like that there, and I do like that some of these come off the sides, but this one didn't quite make it all the way to the side, so I'm just going to take the end of my brush and just kind of fix that one and fix this one just a little bit here. But like that, and then I'm just going to put this one right over top, and this doesn't have to line up perfectly with it because I just want to get, again, some of these bubbles like randomly. Now this one will overlap, so I might actually scoot this over just a little bit because I don't really want them to overlap. So I'm just looking for a position where they're not really going to overlap. And you know what? I guess I'll just line it up like this, and then maybe I'll just move the stencil over and just put a random one there. So I'm just shifting it up slightly, and I'll come in with my twisted citron. So I just added a couple extra little dots here and there where I thought it needed it. So I'm going to set this off to the side, clean my stencils, and then we will assemble this card. So you can assemble this card however you like, really, but I'm going to kind of follow along how they have the example. But I might do some things a little differently. And then we'll pick out a sentiment to go with this card. I'm going to try to get this somewhat centered. Actually, let's line my card up along here, and then I can kind of find the center-ish area and get this down. It doesn't have to be perfect. I still don't think that's perfectly centered, but that's okay. Oops. And I've got a little bit here where I missed the pop can, but I'll just come along and cut that off. And actually, you know what? I might keep this up a little bit because I'm going to want to tuck some stuff under that. And I was thinking of either putting the lime wedge on here or the watermelon. I think the watermelon would look better because it's sort of like a watermelon lime kind of theme. Yeah, I think I'm going to put the watermelon on there, and then maybe I'll cut this in half and sort of like stick it on there. And again, I apologize for my voice today. Probably the next couple of videos I'm not going to sound so good, but just know I am feeling better. So there's that. So I'm just going to make a little cut about halfway. And that way I can kind of wedge that there. Then we'll have our straw here. Now I need the straw to be short enough so that our little bird can be coming from there. So maybe I'll cut some of the straw off. Unless we just want our bird sitting on the pop can, but then I feel like we need something going up here. So let's get our little bird attached to the straw maybe, and then we can kind of decide how long the straw needs to be. So I'm trying to get it so it looks like his little feet's actually gripping onto the straw. And then if I kind of have, I don't really want the straw coming out this way, so maybe I'll have the straw more over on this side, and we can move this over here. Actually, this would give us room to put our sentiment. So let me just play around with this for a second. I like this. Okay, so I kind of like something like this, I think, and then I might stick in a couple of these leaves. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut this straw down a little bit, and then that way it will fit a little bit better in here like that. So let's get this glued down. Then I think I like this umbrella kind of coming off on the side, but again, I want this to be a little bit shorter. So I'm just going to snip that off. And maybe I'll even tuck this under here a little bit. Kind of like that. And we'll get our lime wedge down. This one kind of coming this way, and then maybe I'll have a darker one kind of coming that way. Might even cut this a little bit and just have one kind of sticking out a little bit from the side. Whoops. Okay, something like that. This is the Burst of Summer clear stamp and die cut of the month. And I've already cut all of these out, and I stamped them, heat embossed them, and then cut them out. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pick this one, May Your Summer Be Perfectly Chilled. I did that in a previous video using some more items from this kit. But I feel like since I'm covering up this little pink dot here, I think I need another one to go up here. So I'm just going to grab my Kitsch Flamingo again and just grab a random little dot here and just get another dot down here. I think that's going to look a little bit better. Could even maybe do another little one, but I think that's okay. That'll just kind of fill in that space there. And I like this one, May Your Summer Be Perfectly Chilled, just like a chilled drink. So I think it's going to go okay with this one. And I decided not to pop this sentiment up just because everything else is glued down flat to this card. So I think it's going to be okay just like this. But I feel like we needed something in this area. So here's how today's card turned out. I really love the shiny can. And I love doing the watermelon theme for this one using the pinks and greens. If you like this video, then please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. It really does help me out. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!